What is up, guys? I hope your weekend was well. I know mine sure was. I got to go to Rhode Island Comic Con, which is one of my all-time favorite conventions to go to. I went once in 2018, but couldn't go in 2019, and then obviously 2020 happened, so they didn't have a show that year. But thankfully they had a show this year and I was able to go, and I'm really happy because I got a lot of really good stuff. 2 Funko Pops that I've been wanting for a while, and also 5 autographs, I think, in total. So I'll be sure to show you guys those. Let's start with the Pops first. One thing that should be known is I'm an out-of-box collector, and I really wanted this Syringe Finger Freddy, and I found him for $35 with the box in really good condition, but it was a special edition sticker, which I think is less than the Hot Topic sticker, but again, I'm an out-of-box collector, so that doesn't really matter to me. Dream Warriors is one of, if not my favorite, Nightmare on Elm Street movie, so I'm really happy that I found him for a really good price. This is the kill where he injects the girl. Ugh, it skeeves me out. Even as a nursing student, that really freaks me out. I think the pop looks really good, even with Freddy not having his hat on, because that gives you a better look at his burned skin on his head, and it just all the detail that they put into it, I think is amazing. The next pop that I think I got a really good deal on. It's the PX exclusive Blade, and they just made a new one for, I think, New York Comic Con, but I like the original one more because he has like the vampire teeth. The vendor that I bought it from said that the box was really damaged, but honestly, there's only a few scratches here and there, and this was only $25, and I think normally he's $60 or above, so definitely I thought that was a really good deal. So in total, I got Syringe Finger Freddy and the Blade Pop for $50, which if you ask me, that's an awesome deal. Now let's get into the autographs. I met 6 people. And the first person that I met was also the coolest person, Giancarlo Esposito from Chupacabra Terror. Giancarlo Esposito is pretty popular now. He was the main villain in Far Cry 6. He was in The Mandalorian, Moff Gideon, and he was in Breaking Bad, probably his most famous role as Gus Fring. But my favorite role of his, although probably not his most famous, is Dr. Pena in Chupacabra Terror, and he was really surprised that I had this DVD, and I actually have an audio recording that I'm gonna put in right here. Skip maybe like a minute if you don't want to hear it.
Hello.
Hey, hi, how are you?
Just for that cinematic gem.
Wow. Oh my gosh, this actually came out?
Yeah, it did, of course. Chupacabra Terror, it's a gem.
Holy cow. Wow, you're so blessed to have this.
I had to hunt for it, but it's totally worth it. I got this for Christmas when I was like 5 years old because I went through like a cryptozoology phase, but it's a gem. It's a gem.
Holy cow. Wow, the hunt has begun.
The hunt has begun.
Wow, Chupa, baby.
Yeah. They don't make many movies about chupacabras.
Where did you find this?
I found it on eBay.
I gotta look, I gotta find this.
All right, yeah, it's a good movie. It's a good
Wow. We shot this in the Turks and Caicos.
Oh, really?
In an old hotel. They turned into a ship.
In a hotel? Wow.
It was going to be torn down. So we were able to make it look like a ship and all that. And I've never, ever, ever seen that.
Really?
Never.
It's a fun movie. It's a fun watch.
Yeah, Chupacabra Terror.
John Way's David, you got everything in there. All right, thank you so much. Have a good day.
It's good to see you.
So as you can hear, he was a really cool person to meet, and he was $60 an autograph, which usually is on the steeper end, but for someone as popular and as big as him right now, I don't think that's a bad price at all. And he really spent his time with people. I was with him for like a minute, and each person that met him, he spent at least like a minute with, so he's definitely there for his fans. The next person that I met was someone that I was really excited when they did a last-minute announcement for her, Paola Lzaro from The Walking Dead. Paola Lzaro plays the new character of Princess in The Walking Dead, which is definitely one of the most unique characters they've introduced and is really adding life to a show that's unfortunately dying. But she wrote to Cameron, signed Paola Lzaro, and then wrote her character named the Princess. And signing in pink I thought was an awesome idea because this really makes it stand out on my wall of Walking Dead autographs. And she was $40 an autograph, which I think is a fair price. You know, she's not super duper popular yet. She just got introduced. But at the same time, she's definitely one of the most memorable characters on the show. I don't have this next photo in a frame yet, but the next person that I met was James Murray from The Impractical Jokers, but as I know him from Sharknado 6. I'm a really big fan of Impractical Jokers, but I didn't really want to meet just Murray for Impractical Jokers because he's one of 4 members. However, I did remember that he was in Sharknado 6, and he said the line, "Shark My Day," which is what he wrote right here. He wrote to Cameron, then the line, "Shark My Day," signed James Murray, and then wrote Murr. Just because I'm assuming it's because you can't really read his autograph. You don't know what that says. But he plays Eastwood in Sharknado 6, so he didn't write his character name, but that's okay. I really like the blue paint pen color choice. It really makes it stand out. And he was $40 in autograph, which, again, I think that's even on the lower side because Impractical Jokers is really big, especially in my school. Everyone watches it. I don't think there's a single student that doesn't watch it. But he was really nice, so it's definitely something I can brag about. The next person that I met was also from Sharknado, Tara Reid. She plays April in all 6 of the movies. She was nice, although I kind of got the feeling that she wasn't really 100% there mentally, if you get what I'm saying. But she wrote to Cameron, then drew a little heart, and then signed Tara Reid. She also had this little dog with her, which was super duper cute to see, but she was $40 in autograph. And I think that's fair. For Tara Reid, if you ask me how much do you think Tara Reid would be, $40, I think that's a fair price. Next person that I met was probably the biggest reason that I wanted to go to this con, Joel David Moore from the movie Hatchet. I've had this Hatchet poster going for a little while, but it would be incomplete without adding Joel David Moore, who's the main character of the first one. He wrote his character name Ben and then signed Joel David Moore right under it. We talked for a little bit, and I talked about how I really liked his cameo appearance in Hatchet 3. And he said that really only super fans know that he was in Hatchet 3 for a brief amount of time. And I thought that was so cool to be called a super fan of the Hatchet franchise from the main character of Hatchet. He was $40 in autograph, which again, with how many people are overcharging for their autograph price, I think that's a very fair deal. Usually the bottom amount that people charge is $30, so $10 more than the bottom amount. Definitely worth it for someone that's in a lot of movies. Last but certainly not least is Jackson Robert Scott from the movie It. I've had this It poster going for about 2 years, and ironically, I started it at Rhode Island Comic Con, but Jackson Robert Scott signed right there. He played Georgie in the movie, so he signed and then wrote his character named Georgie. What was really cool is that I talked to him for a little bit, as well as his dad, who was also there. And his dad was really cool. In Hollywood, you kind of hear about how parents of kid actors are, you know, like kind of abusive and controlling, but that dude was as down to earth as they get, so definitely didn't feel like that, and it's really refreshing to hear about that. But Jackson Robert Scott and his dad talked about my poster for a little bit and how I have a lot of signatures on it, and they were asking who I was missing, and of the 7 Losers Club members, I'm missing Sophia Lillis and Finn Wolfhard, and they were like, yeah, those are probably the hardest people to get, but I'm still determined. I really hope I can get it someday. He was $40 in autograph, which really seems to be the magic number for this convention. Alright, well that's all the stuff that I got from Rhode Island Comic Con. I definitely had a blast this year, and if the guest list next year is half as good as the one this year, then I'll definitely be returning because I got a lot of autographs that I've really been seeking for a while. And yeah, really a good time. Alright, I won't keep you guys for any longer. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.